Well, I've made it into the Serete, but it seems that I ended up alone. But perhaps this will prove to be more convenient. All right, it's time that I got to work too. How long have I been in this body? 101 years? It's just natural that I feel at ease in the world of the living.
Oh, the memories of the time when we were together in Squad 13. Come to think of it, I really do owe you quite a lot, yoruichi.
What are you talking about? The decision to stay here was mine and mine alone. That's the end of the story.
Yes, that's true.
More importantly, don't you think it's weird? I don't believe this. It's frankly astonishing. They're sending in Squad 6's captain and lieutenant just to capture one soldier who isn't even a seat officer.
That's the one thing I have absolutely no doubt about. I'm sure he already knows where it is. He knows that it's inside Rukia.
What's your plan, Kisuke?
Of course. I'm not just gonna stand by and watch without doing anything. However, can I ask you for a little help?
Don't ignore our past, Kisuke.
I'll do what I need to. It's not only to stop our enemies, but also for Ichigo's sake. I could hear the depths of his frustration crying out back then. I could hear his soul lamenting his own weakness. But then, he took that frustration and turned it into strength.
Traditionally, the Soul Society has generally instituted a 1-month waiting period before executing a capital offender. I believe that policy should hold true in Rukia's case as well. So, to break it all down, there'll be 10 days in which to train you, 7 days to allow for opening the gates to the Soul Society, and lastly, 13 days for you to save her. We have plenty of time.
Can I get strong enough? In just 10 days?
Of course. If you wish to save Rukia with the conviction of your whole heart, then you have at your disposal a power stronger than iron. But if your resolve is half-hearted, forget it. Over the course of the next 10 days, I'm gonna put you through the ringer.
Well, if I don't do this, there's nobody else who can, right? All right. Let's do it!
He did well, even with Kisuke's help. I didn't expect him to improve so much in so little time. Now I see why Kisuke is ready to entrust everything to him. His potential seems to be completely limitless. But that's not why he's so powerful.
I will be your guide. Have no doubt. Have no fear. Do not stop. Do not look back. Do not think of those you are leaving behind. Just keep going forward no matter what. Those who can do that, follow me.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir. The moment we came here, all of our minds were already made up.
Your minds are made up, hmm? Just so you understand, boy, if you lose, you will never return to this world.
Then there's no choice. I'll have to win!
He might be a hot-headed brat, but he's got that fire in his eyes. Your feelings must be true for you to have that kind of look. The will to protect something, that's the most powerful weapon in his arsenal. As long as he has that, no foe will be too strong for him. And that doesn't only apply to him, but also to the two that I trained as well.
People discover their true inner powers when they want to protect something. The heart and the soul are closely linked. Your heart reveals what is most precious to you. So then, why are you going to the Soul Society?
To protect Ichigo!
To fight alongside Ichigo.
All of them are following their hearts to protect what they care so deeply about. I must also do that. I'll need to follow my heart too.
Who are you?
I'm nobody terribly important, but I have some business on the other side.
You must be a bandit! I won't let you through!
I admit I like your spirit, but I'm afraid that my business can't wait. I'll have you stand aside now. The Tenchi Heisoban is ready. Now I just need to get this. Wait for me.
How you feeling, yoruichi? Are your arm and leg all right?
I can go about my day just fine now. And I can fight too, of course. However, I didn't know the Arrancar's spiritual pressure could make them so tough.
They were far stronger than we ever expected or imagined they'd be. I'm glad to see that you're already recovering. Hey, listen, would you care to try out a new piece of armor?
Oh, the one you told me about.
Oh, it's a special something I designed to fight Arrancars. At this point, it's really only a prototype. However, I believe that it should be tough enough to resist an Arrancar's spiritual pressure.
Well, might as well try it out then. They're a lot stronger than we predicted they'd be. As we are now, we'll have a hard time dealing with them. Perfect timing. I wanted to train myself back to full power just as soon as my limbs healed up. There's no point doing this if we're pulling punches. You don't need to hold back. Go at it like you mean it.
Yes, I know. So then, shall we get started? Thank you, yoruichi. I appreciate it. Now I know just how I need to improve it.
Yeah, true. But I must say, you're more eager than you usually are.
Yeah, you're right. Now that we've got Ichigo and the others involved, we have to step up and do our best too.
Kisuke. They're all fighting because they chose to. Because they want to. I saw with my very own eyes how Ichigo managed to learn Bankai and saved Rukia. Orihime and Chad, too. They're both fighting because they want to protect Ichigo, no matter what the cost might be. What I want to do now is help open the path that will move them forward. What about you?
I mean, what can I say? You're exactly right. I agree entirely. We have to take responsibility. And more importantly, I want to help Ichigo.
Then stop blaming yourself about responsibility and whatnot.
Thank you very much.
Kisuke, we will defeat Aizen. We will.
Of course.
Ms. Yoruichi, where exactly are we heading today? Usually we go to the sweet shop, but that's the other way.
Yeah, there's someone that I want to express my thanks to today.
A man? Just who is this man?
I'm really looking forward to seeing him. Oh, I can see it in the distance.
That's...
Now that we're here, why don't we have some tea?
Ms. Yoruichi, please wait for me!
This place brings me back. 100 years have passed, and it hasn't changed a bit.
State your purpose.
You're still the same brat you always were, Byakuya. I always thought you were raised to be a stick in the mud, but I guess you were just born that way.
I'll ask you one more time. State your purpose. I'm afraid I don't have any time to waste fooling around with you.
Don't be like that. I came by to say thanks.
What?
And also, you helped Ichigo get his Soul Reaper powers back, didn't you? Transferring a Soul Reaper's powers is a violation of the Soul Society's law. But even so, you didn't waste any time deciding to help him, huh?
Ichigo Kurosaki is the savior of the Soul Society. It's obvious we should help him. What's more, I don't remember ever saying my thanks to him.
Is that right? Well, I suppose that Ichigo is a bit like a disciple to me. And usually a disciple would give thanks to their master. I mean, it's only proper, right?
I see. If you were his master, it would go some way to explaining his complete insolence.
How about if you quietly listened?
It's all right, Soifone. Look, brat, just saying a simple thanks is dull and uninspired. You've got to add a little present to the mix to spice it up.
Not necessary.
Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud. Hey, you've never once beaten me in a game of Chase the Devil, have you? You've got a proud losing streak that's been going on for so long. I figured you'd chomp at the bit for a rematch after a century. What? You're so certain you can't win? Well, turn down this rematch if you want. I won't mind. Right. Let's go, Soifone.
Just hold on, Ms. Yoruichi!
Makes sense. After all, talk is cheap. Right. Then I accept your challenge.
Just like old times, right? Well, come on, try and catch me.
Too easy.
So will I!
All my life, I've gone wherever my whims took me, even if it meant being a little indecisive at times. I never would have imagined the whole course of events would lead to this. However, when I think about it, perhaps this kind of time is what I've always been yearning for.
What's wrong? I'm right over here.
Following my whims, my heart's desires.